Poppins in the east. There's a mist coming in, like something is brewing, about to begin. Can't put my finger on what lies in store, but I feel what's to happen, all happened before.
Hi, I'm Wayne Bryan, the producing artistic director for Music Theater of Wichita. I also have the privilege of being the director of Mary Poppins. We're privileged to be one of only 8 theaters in the world that the Disney company and Cameron Mackintosh selected to do Mary Poppins this year. It just closed on Broadway after a long and successful run. It closed last March, and we are presenting our very own brand new version of it. If you loved the movie or if you love the show on Broadway, I think you'll be very pleased with what you see here. But if you only know the film, there are going to be some wonderful surprises in the stage version.
Well, it's very exciting to come back to this show and this role. I was on the national tour of Mary Poppins for over a year and a half, and I got to understudy the title character, which I was very excited to do and honored as well. And I'm so thrilled to be able to play this part finally, and I can't wait to do it for everyone in Wichita. You have an iron fist velvet glove kind of situation with Mary Poppins, and she's such a lovable character, but yet she has several things to do and in a timely manner. So it's very difficult to encompass all of these characteristics that you want Mary Poppins to have. Lovely, bright, witty, charming, yet she needs to be very strict, and she needs to be determined as well, so it's hard to encompass all of those into one.
Well, I have never played the role before, but as a child I saw Mary Poppins many times on TV, and Dick Van Dyke absolutely struck a chord with me, and he's always been an idol as I've been growing up over the years, so I've very much looked forward to playing this part. I think there's original music in the stage version of Mary Poppins that will come as a surprise, yet it will feel like it's music you've always known, you know, or that you thought it was from the movie. It fits that wonderfully into the score. But most of the storyline is quite intact and as charming as you remember. Well, live theater offers the energy from what we have here is a large cast, so you don't really get that feeling from the movie. It seems more two-dimensional. When you're actually in the theater, you get an immersion of the show in which you're watching, and when you have tap and when you have dance numbers and when you have flying, you feel it in a way that you can't feel in any other medium, and it's an absolutely unique experience.
Now as the ladder of life has been strung, you may think of sweeps on the bottommost rung. Though I spends me time in the ashes and smoke, in this so wide world there's no happier bloke. Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim sherry, a sweep is as lucky can be. Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim sherry,
but luck will rub off when he shakes hands with you.
Or blow me a kiss.
Yes?
And that's lucky too.
Well, this is sort of the beating heart of the show, I think, in many ways. All of the magical characters, Mary and Bert and all of the chimney sweeps, are trying to help the family function again in some way. So they're not really in a good place at the beginning of the show. There's a lot of unspoken tension, and so they need to find their way back to being a family.
And reconnect with each other. I think that's a big theme for the family. It's dysfunctional, and it's a lot about George finding elements of himself, both with his wife and his kids.
Well, this telling of Mary Poppins is an Edwardian story. It's set right at the turn of the century, and the household is a working machine, or should be a working machine, but unfortunately we keep losing our nannies because the kids are just so mean to all of our nannies. So the father is mostly absent and is busy working at the bank and trying to pay for everything that this enormous household requires.
Rather than in the film, where Mrs. Banks is an advocate for women's rights and a sister suffragette, in the stage musical she is a retired actress. She's given up her life on the stage for Mr. Banks, and it's a little, you sense a little bit maybe of the bitterness there, and she wasn't quite ready to go, and she's trying to find her new place in this family as opposed to her place on the stage where she's been used to being.
It's easy to forget the way I felt that summer's day, the day that we first met, being Mrs. Banks, being kissed by you, a man of dreams who made me feel that wishes could come true.
A man has dreams of walking with giants to carve his niche in the edifice of time, before the mortar of his zeal has the chance to congeal. The cup is dashed from his lips, the flame is snuffed a-burning. He's left to rack and ruin in his prime.
Well, we chase off a lot of nannies. We're really kind of like partners in crime. We're really mischievous, and we do a lot of running around and there's these moments when we kind of fight with each other, but everything goes back to normal because we're like each other's own company. We're like best friends.
Well, we sort of make a little bit of a switch in this show because we start out very nasty, and then when Mary Poppins comes, she's just what we wanted, and we're kind of caught between running off all of our nannies, but then maybe we should be nice to this one. And then she takes us on these magical adventures that we don't really know what to do with, but they're a lot of fun because we have a lot of great dance numbers and a lot of good music.
If you want this choice position, have a cheery disposition, rosy cheeks, no warts.
That's the part I put in.
Play games, all sorts. You must be kind, you must be witty, very sweet and very pretty.
Of all the ridiculous ways.
Please. Take us on outings, give us treats,
sing songs, bring sweets.
I'm George T. Mitchell. I'm the costume designer for Mary Poppins. This is my 9th show, and that includes 2 revivals that I have done here. We started originally, we first met in October. I have been working on this for 9 months, and this baby's about to be delivered now. So I think there are 280 costumes, give or take a dozen or so. The challenge of this show is because changes are so fast in this show. It's trying to figure out, is this rigged for a quick change or not? So what might look like an entire costume is all sewn together with a big old zipper down the back that you will never know. But that's the magic of theater.
I think that any show that you begin with, you ask, does this show dance? And should it dance? And why does it dance? And I think Mary Poppins and dance are just such a magical marriage. There's a saying that when you can't speak, you sing. When you can't sing, you dance. And Mary makes everything dance. There's this wonderful, magical property about both Mary and dance, and the imagination that she engenders in people and brings them to a point of wanting to dance.
Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim sherry. A sweep is as lucky can be. Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim sherry.
Good luck will rub off when he shakes hands with you.
Or blow me a kiss.
Yes.
And that's lucky too.